Okay, I think the live streaming is enabled now. Let me share my screen. Hi, Shui and Vani. Can you see my screen? I'm currently sharing the agenda topics for today's meeting.
Can see the screen.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to the agenda list? I have collected some topics from the community.
I think we are good. I looked at it before the meeting, so I think we're good.
Okay. Patrick, I know you are currently driving the V1.3 RC2 release. Anything from your side that you would like to prioritize or request for review?
I see the PR 1110 has been approved. I'm gonna merge it with merge commit because it's a cherry pick. After that PR, I'm going to create the I'm going to work on the 1109 the bump up PR. After the bump up PR, we have two more backport PRs for notation CLI. And after that, I think we should be ready to release RC2. So currently, I'm going to merge 1110, the cherry pick PR. Yeah. Yes, this one. It's been approved.
Okay, I think we are ready to go and merge this pull request. And afterwards, we should merge some of the dependency bump up raised by dependabot. After this, I think maybe 4 or 5 pull requests get merged into May. Is there anything else for notation RC CLI? I mean, for the RC2, is there anything else?
No, as I said, so those dependabot PRs are for the main branch, right?
Not necessarily for the.
Yes,
Go
they
ahead,
are for
sorry.
the main branch. Yeah, they are for the main branch. So the bump up PR for release 1.3 branch is 1109. The second one from bottom. The second one from bottom. 1109. 1109.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, this is the bump up PR for the release branch. It's not ready yet. I need to merge 1110 first.
It has a dependency between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a test coverage dependency.
Okay. Thanks for the dedicated efforts to drive this release. And meanwhile, I guess you might be aware of that we have 2 releases from Notation Go and Qualgo, 2 critical libraries of notation project, Notary project.
Actually, we have 3. We also released TSP Client Go 1.0.0 RC1.
Yeah, I was aware of that.
Actually, we have 3. Yeah.
The TSP client. It was actually 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So those releases are gonna be announced together with the notation CLI release once it's done in the community. That's the plan.
Okay. Thanks for the updates, Patrick. So Vani, I believe this answers your question. We didn't publish any announcement for RC2 because the CLI is still in the progress. So we are targeting the announcement after the CLI repo reaches RC2.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I saw Toddy joined us and from his phone. Okay, back to our agenda topics. So I would like to send my special thanks to Notary project maintainers for driving the release of Notation Go, Notation Core Go, and also the TXP client. Apparently, the release number is not consistent because most of these repositories have different release cadence. So now we have different versioning for these repositories. I think we will also create a blog post for this release before V1.3 goes to stable. For the notation CLI, I believe there are only 2 remaining pull requests that need to be reviewed and merged. Is that the case, Patrick? I think you just walked through those 2 pull requests, right?
Yes, after those 2, we have 2 more PRs.
Just for dependency bump up or?
No, backports.
Backports.
Yeah, so while we are cherry pick the PRs from main to the release branch, there's some of them have conflicts. For those conflicts PRs, it can be cherry picked. It needs to be backport instead. I haven't created those 2 backport PRs yet. I'll do it rather today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, so that means we will have at least 4 pull requests before
The release,
RC2.
yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
Vani,
yes.
yeah, I believe we will need your help to review and get those 4 PRs merged into Notation CLI this week.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll be out from 20th to Jan 6th. So before that, anytime I should be able to.
Yeah, I believe we should be able to get all of those pull requests out for review by 20th, by your holiday.
Sure. I'll look out for that, Femin. I'll do
Okay.
that. Patrick, you can also send the message on the channel and I'll be able to look into that.
Sure. Thank you, Vani.
Okay, so for your information, I'm going to create a new branch and also add a drop-down menu for Notation V1.3 RC. Currently we don't have that documentation branch available on the website. We have only V1.2. So as the next step, I'm gonna create a new branch for V1.3 and also add a new documentation entry here. So we will have a new drop-down list here. I believe all of those V1.3 features will be added to the related branch and also make it available under the V1.3 drop-down menu. So I will be driving the documentation work and create a pull request to add this drop-down menu. We will also request Vani and other maintenance review for this new version.
Fima, I have a question. Should we wait for the stable release to create a branch and a drop-down menu? I noticed that all of them are stable releases. There's no RC branch.
I mean, hold on the
the drop-down menu,
yeah.
the current drop-down menu only shows the stable releases, right?
The
I'm
stable
not
and also
seeing any.
the development. Yeah, I think we can also leverage the main branch as the development or the RC version for preview purpose.
So I mean, you're going to create a v1.3 RC branch. Is that what you are going to do?
Yes, because currently no further features planned for v1.3. I mean the stable release. We just wait for 1 to 2 weeks until stable, right?
So after the stable release is released, are you going to rename the drop-down branch to v1.3?
I think so.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
the idea here is just let users to preview the v1.3 RC and also added the new documentation to the release so users can understand how the new version looks like and where can they find the latest documentation.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's basically the purpose of the RC, right? We want to have any test from the user side and validate our concepts and also the RC release. So the idea is to make the preview version available on the website and maybe share it with specific users. And I think on our side, we have been reached out to a few users like PepsiCo and other community users. They are interested in using the CLL revocation checking features that we have been implemented in v1.3. So my source is to at least seek the feedback from 1 or 2 users for the upcoming RC releases before the stable release. So if you have any certain ideas or potential users you want to reach out, feel free to post in this meeting. Ronnie, if you know any users from AWS side that could be potential users, please also connect with them and send the RC release with them to test it.
Sure, yeah.
So as we are very close to the holiday season in United States, I'm thinking that we can determine the estimated date for the stable release of v1.3 in early January. Last time we have been discussed the ETA of stable release is to plan it after 1 week after the RC, the last RC. But seems that we have to it is better that we release it in early January after the holiday season. Any thoughts on the estimated release date for the stable release? My suggestion is that we can maybe pick January 9 or 2 or January 9 or 2, January 2nd. Any thoughts from Bunny and Shui for the release date?
It really depends on when we release the RC2, actually?
I think we are targeting by end of this week to release RC2, right? Because we have just a few small pull requests for that release.
Yeah, then I think
Okay.
the 6th will be better, maybe January
Yeah.
6th.
Yeah, I was thinking second is too early. I was thinking maybe some of you will be gone for first week of Jan due to the holidays or something. I was thinking like 14th or 15th, but if we can accomplish it this week and if we have everyone available for all approvals, then 6 sounds better.
January 6th, okay, maybe we can target January 6th because some of the folks might be still out of office in the first week of 2025, right? Okay, if no more concerns, we are tentatively targeting January 6th to cut the stable release. That will be 2 weeks after the RC release. I just saw Vani share that Pritesh will be back on December 27th. So that means Pritesh should be able to work after December 27th.
Yes, for any approval, we can talk to Pritesh. Yeah.
Okay, so that means we should have at least 10 days for Pritesh to check and validate the stable release before we cut it. Thanks for the information, Vani.
Sure, Payment. Thanks.
So next, for the plans of the V1.3 post releases, I can foresee that at least the documentation and the related blog posts are scheduled for this release, as well as the security audit. We will discuss the security audit publication date for the next. And also, I think as this is a new major release, minor release, we should also plan for the upgrades of notation GitHub Actions and other package managers like Homebrew, Winget. So I just want to make sure all of those release and distribution should be considered after the minor release. And I believe some of the plugins and external providers like AWS, Azure, Alibaba Cloud, and Banify, at least these 4 providers should be notified because they have plugins relies on notation CLI and the libraries. So I think we should also notify these providers to upgrade their plugin integration. Anything else that you think that is important for the V1.3 post release? If no further information, we're gonna finalize the first topic around notation V1.3 release. I will take notes for some of the questions that we have been discussed and aligned in this meeting. So let's continue. For the security audit report, I believe the OSTIF has been sent out the draft audit report in our private Slack channel last week. So we have several days for the review. So I'm thinking we can have an alignment on the published date and also see if any concerns and feedback from our maintainers. For me, I have left it 2 comments in the Slack channel. So I'm thinking that maybe we can set a target date for the publishing and also inform the OSTIF because, as the holiday season is coming, they might also take some days off before the holiday. So for the security audit report, Fanny, Shui, Patrick, and Junjie, have you ever seen any potential suggested change?
Sorry, Femin, I was talking on mute. I have not read it through the whole doc. I'll go through it sometime tomorrow and complete it, and I'll send a message on the audit channel.
Okay,
I
okay.
requested Pritesh also to look into it offline. I'll just make sure we both have something on the channel by tomorrow end of the day. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Junjie, I remember you mentioned there's a vulnerability fix that is not involved in that report. Is there anything that you would like to mention?
Issue, and there's no related fix for this issue. I'm not sure is it not.
You are breaking, Junjie. I cannot hear you clearly. So maybe you can type in the chat so we can check your message. So based on our review status, I'm thinking that we can target maybe by end of this week to finish the review, and then we can align on the published date for the security audit. It would be better that we can finalize the security audit report and publish it on the website by the holiday. So let's target by end of this week, we can have something ready for publish and notify the OSTIF team for getting ready for the release. Okay.
We are publishing the audit before the final release, like the main release.
Yeah, eventually it should be before the V1.3 stable release.
Yeah.
And ideally, maybe we can have it earlier before the holiday because, if the review process takes longer time, I am curious. I'm concerning that they may need more budget on our side. Although this is covered by CNCF, but I think ideally we should be able to finalize that because all of those vulnerability issues have been fixed by us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw Junjie's question. I think the low level issues does not have related fixed link is expected. I think Based on my previous experience, all of those issues, whatever is high or low, they should be included in the security audit report. Should I correct me or if I'm wrong? And even it's an informational fix, I think we should include it in the security audit report.
So Junjie, can you mention that in the Slack channel? Maybe directly talk to the audit team is better.
Okay. So theoretically, no matter it is a low level or high level security issues, they should be covered by the security audit report. I see Junjie's reply in the Zoom chat. Let's target by the end of this week, we can finalize the review and also the content of the security audit report. And let's see how we can align the publishing date for the security audit report. Okay, let's continue. So next, I would like to bring one question to the community and seeking any advice from our maintainers. So here we received a question from a community user who is seeking for our help for their use cases. Like the user wants to verify an image from a self-signed registry. I believe it might be a Harbor or any private registry in their local environment, but this registry is using a self-signed certificate. So he's looking for the solution to verify the image stored in their private registry. So currently, I believe notation does not support any private registry using a self-signed cert. So I am looking for some workarounds and just came up with these two workarounds. So first, please take a look whether my response are accurate. And the next, my question is that, should we consider support the self-signed registry? It's actually the private registry with using the self-signed certificate.
So, what do you mean by a self-signed registry? Is the user signing their image with a self-signed certificate and saving it into their private registry?
Not in this case. It's actually they are using their self-signed certificate for their HTTPS registry. So the root cert of their website of their registry is a self-signed certificate.
Okay.
Currently we only have the flag insecure registry that is aimed to use with HTTP, but for the registry uses HTTPS with self-signed certificate that is not officially supported by Notary project.
Yeah, so this scenario is supported by our CLI actually, but the notation CLI does not support it. So we can consider add that functionality to the notation. Yeah. It's kind of useful if someone set up a registry with some customized certificate for their TLS. I mean, for the HTTPS.
Yeah, correct. And I remember one of the maintainers from Harbor they were intended to verify an image stored in a private Arbor registry. And they are also using a self-signed certificate. So this is the second time I see this kind of issue reported from the community. So how about I convert this this discussion into an issue and put it in our backlog?
There's a link called Create Issue from Discussion on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's the thing that I would like to do if we align with the direction.
Hey,
If we are,
can you create the issue and also put it in the notes so we can all comment on it offline, and then we can come to the discussion. So we have some path forward in the issue already that we start outlining. So it is going to be easy for discussing in the next meeting.
okay. So next, I'm gonna create this issue from the discussion. That means I will convert it into an issue so we can continue the discussion, and also let's see how we can make it as a part of our roadmap. I may need to polish the description and the structure of this issue, as there's some content not aligned with our current issue template. I will polish the content later, but at least we are tracking the feature request in our issue list. I will also wait for these users to reply to see whether these two workarounds work for this user. Okay, back to our agenda topics. Next, I would like to share some information with our maintainers. First and foremost, you might be aware or not aware of the KubeCon CFP for the next year. So today, I received the emails and notifications from CNCF, the KubeCon Japan, China, and India are open for call for proposal today. So we're gonna have 3 KubeCon conferences in Asia next year. And the deadline of this CFP, at least for China and Japan, are February 2nd. So we have more than 1 month and a half to submit a proposal. So for maintainers who want to prepare for KubeCon China and Japan, you may need to consider about the proposal topics you want to submit. I attached the links for each conference, so please take a look and see if you have any good topics. We can also collaborate with our users to submit a joint session to these conferences. So Shui, I believe you are planning for the KubeCon Japan at the moment, right?
Yes, actually Japan and China.
Okay. Bonnie, for your team, if you have someone from AWS who is interested in submit CFP for notary project, we can talk later and discuss how we can collaborate on the CFP. Finally, I want to update an information here. So as we are at end of this year, theoretically, we need to conduct a semi-year review on the community according to our project governance doc. So I will be able to start drafting the semi-year review for the notary project next week. And I think we can target early January to send it out for review and publish it in early January. It's just a kind of reminder that we are on the time to start the semi-year community review. And also, I want to ask whether we should keep the meeting on December 23 and December 30. I know, Vani, you will be off since December 20, right?
Sorry, right.
Okay. So I think for December 23, if no folks from AWS gonna join this meeting, shall we consider skipping December 23's meeting occurrence?
December 26th, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For December 30, if Pritesh is back at that time and we have some topics, I think we can keep it as usual. It depends. For folks in Shanghai, do you have any holiday plan or any thoughts for the future meetings?
For us, it's okay because it's not a holiday for us.
Okay, so we're gonna skip the meeting on December 23 because there will no attendees from AWS gonna join the meeting. For December 30, we will see whether Pritesh will be able to join us because he will be back after December 27.
That sounds good.
Okay, I think that's all for today's topics. Anything else?
Pimin, next week, which is Monday, you won't have either me or Pritesh on the call, just letting you.
Next Monday, you mean December 23, right?
23, correct.
Yeah. I was proposing skipping that one because
Okay.
you will be out and Pritesh is still on vacation. So if no attendees from your team, I'm thinking that we can skip December 23, but for December 30, if Pritesh get back, we can still remain this meeting as usual.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because there might be some issues and pull requests that require Pritesh actions.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Good day, everyone, and good night for some of you.
Yeah. let's focusing on finalizing the security audit report and also the last
Yeah.
RC
Mhm.
of notation CLI this week.
Thank you, Femin, for leading the.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
day. Have a
Bye.
nice evening.
Thank you. Bye.